gentlemen, and welcome to your GeekVerse Gauntlet Season 2 preview. I am the chairman, the first ever sports champion, the longest reigning GeekVerse Gauntlet champion of all time, Travis Snell. And today we're going to give you a little rundown what to expect this season. We're going to start right off the bat. In 2 months, we're going to have a tournament to decide the first ever team titles. Next month, we'll have a new competitor join the fray. Who could that be? I don't know, but we're going to find out. I'm going to introduce you to your very first matchup of the season. First, I would like to introduce the former GeekVerse Gauntlet champion, Taylor the Mentor Field. How are you doing, Taylor?
I could be better, but, you know, I'm pretty good.
All right. And then I'm going to introduce his opponent, who you guys will be playing.
We're playing that Cooking Mama game on the Wii.
That Cooking Mama game?
Yes. I call it that because I've actually never heard of that, but that's what it is.
Oh, yikes. We'll introduce his opponent, the ghost, Jessica. Welcome back to the Gauntlet.
Hello.
So, you guys are... my interns. So you guys are playing a game first in the Gauntlet. Okay, no, I gotta take that right. Redone. What the fuck? I'm putting the title down, actually. Hang on. Okay. So you guys are competing in a match in the Gauntlet coming up this month. How do you feel about that, both of you? How do you feel about taking on one another? Taylor Field, you've had a rocky road. I'll start with you. You ended the season as champion, but you did lose the title in the 24-hour stream. How are you feeling after that, and how are you feeling about this matchup with Jessica?
I'm still shaken from that 24-hour live stream, you know, because, you know, Tyler, I mean, go check it out, first of all, but Tyler was like, he's a fierce component, but he definitely was a little bit brutal and unsportsmanlike at times, I'll have to say. I haven't let that go. I'm still holding on to that. And that I'm hoping it's not carried over to me, carried over with me in this situation, but, I mean, I don't think I've 1v1 Jessica in any games. I think...
You have, and she beat you.
Really?
In the very, very first tournament.
I can't remember. It was a long time ago. Mm-hmm. I tried to block out my losses.
He just blocks out
Yeah,
losses. Wow. Well, Jessica, you, like we said, you beat him in Mario Kart not too long ago. And the other thing is, I wonder if you have a little more reason to want to beat Taylor Field, because way back in the very first tournament, you guys, well, you specifically, Taylor didn't have a chance, but you had a chance to be in the upper echelon and possibly make it to the semifinals, and you guys played that top 20 game, and Taylor kind of let you down. Is there any hard feelings towards that, or is this a sportsmanship matchup for you coming up this month?
You know what? At the end of the day, I'm just going to go home and not think highly of Taylor anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Wow. And now, last season, you weren't available as much as everyone else, but you did not have so much luck. You were close a couple times, but you didn't get a win. How are you going to change that this season?
Well, you know, since beginning of this year, you know, going into a fresh, I've been playing a lot of Cuphead and Mugman, you know, getting those reflexes up, learning patterns, just, you know, getting ready, feel it this year.
So you think it's going to be a clear victory against Taylor Field?
I'm not going to go that far, because it's Cooking Mama, but, you know, I did play it when it was an app that one time, like 10 years ago, so maybe that'll give me the advantage.
All right, and Taylor Field, you feel like you're going to win, or what are you going to do? Are you going to lose again?
That just triggered me, and I know I'm going to win here, because, you know, 20 questions, just fucking pathetic game. I hate it. It's the worst game in the world.
Whoa.
I hate it with a passion. So I'm amped, and I'm fired up.
You say this all the time, but you continue to lose, and I just don't want you to keep disappointing your family like you do. Like, especially that 24-hour stream, your dad had to watch me beat you, annihilate you, beat you within an inch of your life in Smash. How do you feel about that? Your family has to keep watch. Oh, wow. Taylor Field is just left, ladies and gentlemen. I
think if anything, that's, you know, he almost just kind of gave that to me. I think I almost won by default because he just walked off.
Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, in a few weeks, you're going to see who the winner is. I thank you for your time, Jessica.
Thank you.
Good luck. All right, now... Later on in the season as well, we are going to have Kirkland versus Kyle for the number one contendership for my sports title. Now, there's something I've been wanting to get off my chest for a little while, and I've hinted about, I've talked about it a little, but you know what? This suit represents a lot of things, but it's also very tight. And you know why it's tight? Is because, one, my muscles, but then two, it's been concealing something dark, something twisted, something that wants to get out. A psychopathic madman who is myself. And you know what? Last year when I was in the Gauntlet, I wanted to present myself well. I wanted to be on my best behavior, and I slipped here and there. I maybe let out my inner self. Now, no excuses, no reasons to hold back. I'm the chairman. I can do whatever I want, and this season, the Wolf Order is coming. As you can see, I'm a chairman. I gotta announce. I gotta compete. There's a lot of stuff I gotta do. I think that really hurt me in the 24-hour stream. As you saw, Dylan beat me in Wii Sports. I was busy trying to tweet stuff out. I was checking the links, all that. I can't focus. So I'm going to have a partner. I'm going to have maybe multiple partners, and they're going to help me out and be a part of the most exclusive group in the world. And when you find out who is joining me, it is going to shock the world. And then, also this month, we are going to have a title match. Not the first ever. A title match for the main GeekVerse Gauntlet Championship. It is the 5th in the series. Tyler Briggs versus Dylan Musk. Tyler Briggs has won twice. Dylan Musk has won twice. I'm going to introduce to you first the current and reigning GeekVerse Gauntlet champion, the man who was the first ever owner of the GeekVerse Gauntlet code. Did we call code? Cheat code. The GeekVerse Gauntlet cheat code, Tyler Briggs. Welcome. Much my title better. How are you doing, sir?
Doing well. How are you doing, Travis?
I'm doing all right. You know, it's a lot of work being the chairman, but I'm trying my best, and I think I do a pretty A+ job. And now I'm going to introduce to you his opponent, the first ever GeekVerse Gauntlet champion, the man who won the first tournament, along with the man who won the second tournament, Dylan Musk. Welcome to my couch.
Thank you.
Know? Yeah. So I'm gonna start. I'll get to you in a second, Dylan Musk. Tyler Briggs, how has it felt? I would say you didn't have a rocky road last year, but you picked up a lot of wins. Did you just walk into a fucking wall? Yeah, you did. So I wouldn't say you had a rocky road last year, but there was a consistent theme that you would win every single match except a title match. You lost to Dylan Musk in a title match. You lost to me in a title match. And then there's this question, could you win the big one? Come around the 2016 GeekVerse Gauntlet Tournament, 24-hour stream. You won the cheat code, and you cashed it in immediately, right when you won that. First of all, we talked to you a little bit, but how has your mindset been since then? And do you regret cashing that in so early or so soon? Because Taylor Field, as you can see, he's stormed off. I don't know where he's gone, but he's kind of salty about that. He's not that happy about that. How are you feeling after a few months removed from all this?
I'm feeling great. I like to think of it as a new title, new me. As you can see, I've really improved my self-image. I think at the time of the title match, I was kind of at a low in terms of respect and honor towards my competitors, and I feel a little bit bad about it, but I did what it took to take the win, and I think I'm at an all-point high right now, and I'm really looking forward to what this next year brings.
So now we jump over to Dylan Musk, Dylan Musk, let's just go over your entire career. So we started the Gauntlet. You won the very first tournament. You finished first place. You beat Tyler Briggs in best of 3. You're on a high. And then, whatever it is, you lost to me. And then you had a couple wins here and there, but then kind of the same thing as Tyler. When we start getting into the big matches, like the ladder match, you didn't beat Ruben. When we got to Geek Mania, you lost on the biggest stage. And then we jumped to this second tournament. You finished last place.
I did.
I think that is probably the biggest decline we've ever had, as you finished first the previous year, and then the next year you finished last. So how are you feeling? What's your mindset going into this season? And you have a title match coming up because you have a rematch clause from last year. You did lose the title. You've still not gotten your rematch because the previous chairman was maybe drunk sometimes. But
maybe.
How do you feel about your state of mind right now? What is your state of mind?
You know what? I feel a lot of things, Travis, and I have a lot on my mind, a lot of things to say. So I just like if you guys gave me the couch, and I'm just gonna say what I have to say. I have a big announcement.
Oh wow.
So.
Okay.
Get these guys out of here.
Okay. I don't go anywhere after this announcement. I'm gonna have to talk to you, but.
All right. Here I am. It's just me and the fans right now. So, you guys have seen me from the very beginning. Since that first fateful day, there was just a long line of matchups, and opponent after opponent. I clobbered them to the ground. And, you know, I think I was on a little bit of a high. You know, it was a nice winning that first ever Gauntlet title. But I think I was very respectful. I think I really respected my opponents. I would always offer a hand after a good match. And, you know, I've seen the Gauntlet. It's changed so much since we started this thing a year and a half ago. And I think it used to be about the games. It used to be about a good competition. It used to be about sportsmanship. And I don't know what happened. I don't know. There's been 2 chairmans somehow. I don't know why that's been necessary, but clearly there's just no communication between the higher-ups of who runs this GeekVerse Gauntlet. And I'm kind of sick of it. I think it's kind of bullshit. You look at the people who compete, like Travis has an ego the size of Utah. I don't know. Every time he wins a match, he offers nothing but bad manners. I think it's incredibly rude, and I don't know why the chairman didn't stop him originally. But now that we see he is the chairman, what is this all about? Obviously, it just changes everything. Like, where's the integrity anymore, right? And then you have Taylor. This guy couldn't win a game to save his life. And what does he have to do? He has to win in some strange, like, smash free-for-all. Like, what is it? How do you win titles from these things? It makes no sense. Like, where's the competition? And the worst of all, for me, was Tyler Briggs, someone who I looked up to as a friend, someone who, back before the Gauntlet was even a thing, we would play strikers matches on the same team, and we were best of friends, and we got to a title match. And I don't know if it was jealousy or salt. I'm not sure what it was, but that was probably the least sportsmanship match I've ever seen in my life. There was no honor, there was no integrity, there was no heart, there was no soul. And that's the basis of my monologue here, is that the GeekVerse Gauntlet has no soul anymore. There's no players playing for the fans. They're all playing for themselves or for glory. So it is with the start of GeekVerse Gauntlet Season 2 that I announce my resignation. I am retiring from my post as a player. I will still be around as a commentator. I'll try to bring life and heart back to the scene, but I am no longer the player that can do that for you. I don't know who is going to rise up and who is going to conquer this gauntlet and bring it back to a place of beauty, but it can't be me anymore. Thank you for your time and service, fans. Have a good night.
Wow, okay. You want to take a seat here, Mr. Briggs?
All right.
So Dylan has just announced his retirement, taking a lot of shots at myself and Tyler Briggs. But I want to get your thoughts. Do you feel, Dylan said a lot of stuff there, but he also, I feel like the gauntlet having no soul was starting to wear on him because you guys were being divided. You guys wouldn't even shake hands at the end of your matches anymore. How do you feel about this? Do you feel that maybe is it good riddance? Do you feel that you should have done maybe something different and not had one of your friends retire now? How are you feeling?
Man, that's a shock to me.
Mm-hmm.
Dylan Muss has been one of the my most respected competitors in the entirety of the gauntlet. He's the only one who I would say has given me a run for my money. All right, I may have lost a couple games here and there, but when it comes down to it, the closest matches, the most intense ones, the ones that get the fans on their feet, that get my heart pumping, I'm sweating, I don't even know how to hold a controller at some points. Those are the matches with Dylan Muss. And for me, it really hurts. He threw out a couple words towards me. I don't know what he was alluding to. He didn't give any examples. So I really think that this competition has really worn on our friendship. It's been very back and forth, lots of close games, and not everyone can bear that stress on a consistent basis and continue to compete at a very high level. And I think when it comes down to it, the competition it's not for everyone. And I think what it comes down to, what's important is that Dylan Muss, as a person, maintains his integrity. I know it's something he values a lot. So if this is his decision, I respect it. And I think I support him all the way through it. And I think it's a really important decision for him. I do hope that eventually he can maybe overcome if there is a problem, and he can come back into the lists, as I would like to challenge him and face him again in the gauntlet. But the best to Dylan, and I think I look forward to playing everyone else then.
Well, I think Dylan can suck it and go away. We don't need whiners like this around. You know what? I'm happy. You know what? He's our first ever champion. I'll sign with some like Legends deal. He can be a commentator. That's all great. But you know what? I'm here to win. I'm not looking in the past. I'm looking forward. And what I'm looking towards is you, Tyler Briggs. Now, I don't want the main title. I have a rematch clause. Taylor does. Dylan did have a rematch clause, but apparently he's not using that anymore. I am wanting to show people that I am better. But I'm the chairman. I don't want to get involved with that title yet. So I'm challenging you to a match. Not a one-on-one match, because you haven't earned that right to verse me in a one-on-one match.
Wow.
I am challenging you in a match for you to find a partner, and for me to find a partner, and to beat you in Smash Wii U. Not playing Smash Melee, that overrated game of the century. Smash Wii U, you find a partner, I find a partner, and we settle that. Because you know what? There's 2 champions now. And
Yeah,
this room, this league is not big enough for the both of us. And I want to show that I'm better than you.
I just think there's not enough room for your ego, even if you were here on your own. So I think you should just take a step aside. I've beat you in Smash in almost every possible combination. Dylan's been on your team, and you lose. I've beat Dylan in Smash in teams games. I don't think I've ever lost a teams game at all.
You did.
I did actually. No, I did.
You
You're
did.
right. But it led
Just
to me
like you're
winning.
gonna lose
it
again.
led to me winning the cheat code. So. You throw a lot of shade around, and it does affect me to some degree.
Do you remember who beat you when defending the title, though? You tried your very first, your second attempt. You came back. Oh, I'm strong. Travis is nothing. And I just walked right over you.
Who has
Almost
the title now?
beat you
Who
in
has
Smash.
the title now?
Yeah. Well, then, do you accept my challenge? You find a partner. I'll find a partner. The Wolf Order is gonna take over, and it's gonna start with this. So.
Wolf Order. Never heard of him before. Don't think I'll ever hear of him again after this match. When I trounce you, I trounce your friend, whoever he is. I don't know who you're gonna find to beat me in Smash. Dylan's retired.
I don't know, some homeless
he
man
would
off
be
the
your
street?
only chance, and he's gone. I don't even know. I might go grab
Didn't
my friend
Kirkland-
from home. I could get my
didn't Kirkland and
mom
Kyle
as
beat
my
you?
partner,
Didn't
and I would
Kirkland and
beat
Kyle
you.
beat you?
Yeah, in some janky
You let
game.
the team down. I was leading the
Some
scoreboards.
janky game that I haven't played in maybe over a decade, if I've even played it at all. That game was 100% luck.
Well, you know
in
what?
any true competitive game, I will be on the top of the scoreboard no matter what the situation.
You find a partner, I find a partner,
Right.
and I'm gonna beat you senseless and show that the big champion, the real champion, is sitting right here.
You heard it first, folks. Mr. Big Ego there thinks he can take on the current GeekVerse Gauntlet champion. As you can see, my belt is much bigger than Travis's.